So in this video we will be talking about apparent depth concept. What is apparent depth? Now we have studied about this refractive index. One formula was sin I by sin R. This we have derived also. This is a definition of refractive index. There is a reflecting surface like this. Okay, you have a incident ray. So after refraction it bends through the another medium. So this is R, this is I. Take the ratio of sin I by sin R. It is a constant and we call that as a refractive index. Another way of explaining refractive index is n is equal to the ratio of the speeds of light. Here it is, one medium is air, another medium can be glass, water, anything. So ratio of speeds, when you take in air, the speed of light is c, and in some other medium, let us say it is v. So this is also one way of defining the refractive index. Now we will see the third concept. Suppose this is a pond and this is the surface, and a person is watching from here like this. So he sees a fish. Okay, now why you see an object means the object emits a light which falls on your retina. So let us say there is a incident ray like this, but you are entering from, this is a denser medium, water, and this is a rarer medium. Okay, so the light rays won't go straight but they will bend like this. So there is a phenomena of refraction is happening. Alright, so because of this he will be seeing this object, this fish, somewhere here. Okay, he is seeing the light ray like this. You need to back extend it. He will see the image over here. Let us say the original depth of the fish was h, and this new location where he is seeing is h dash. This h dash is called apparent depth because the fish seems to be at that depth. Okay, and h is the real depth. H is the real depth. Real depth can be 1 meter, apparent depth can be, let us say, 0.8 meters. Okay, these both, the fish will be appearing like this. It will be appearing here. This is the original location of the fish. So let us say now this ray went like this. So this is the angle of incidence and this is the angle of refraction. So if you draw a parallel line here, if you draw the enlarged view, it is like this. So there was a reflected ray like this, incident ray like this. So this was angle of incidence. So this will be angle of incidence. After that, this is the normal line. Okay, so after that the ray went like this. So he will be seeing this fish at this location. Okay, now this is your surface line. This is the location of the fish and this is where he is seeing. So this total depth, let us say it is h, and this is h dash. Let us say this is x. Alright, now we can apply the, if this is r, so this is also r because these two are parallel, and this is I, then this will be I. So we can apply the Snell's law. Snell's law will be NW, refractive index of water, multiplied by sin I is equal to N of air into sine of R. Here the angle of incidence is this. Here you are traveling from denser to rarer. This is the denser medium, this is the rarer medium. Okay, now N of A is equal to 1, you know that. So NW will be equal to sin R by sin I. Okay, because the angle is very small, sine and tan angles will be same only. You can approximately write tan R by tan I. Why we are writing like this means sine, this R is a very small angle, I is a very small angle, something like 0.0001 degrees. then the sine value also will be approximately equal to 0.01, tan value will be approximately equal to 0.01. Just for the sake of it, we are writing it. So now we need to write the value of tan r. So tan r, you can see this triangle, tan r will be h dash by x divided by h dash. Yeah, tan r will be opposite by adjacent, so x divided by h dash, and tan I will be equal to x divided by h. It will be x divided by h. So x cancels, you are going to get h by h dash. And what is h? It is real depth divided by apparent depth. So if you take the ratio of real depth and apparent depth, even then you are going to get the refractive index. Okay, so this is the third approach, and this is the concept behind apparent depth. Thank you.